Hello everybody, this is Jabro63.9 signing back on again for a live session, a recording, multiple different sections. This is a PU session of a PU team. So before we get into the battles, let's just look over this team real quick. This team was the first PU team I ever made, and I figured I might as well throw in a session with it because it's a pretty awesome team. So let's close out of here for a bit and show you guys the team. So first up, we got Tender the Combuskin, Choice Banded Speed Boost Combuskin with Flare Blitz, Sky Uppercut, Night Slash, and Rock Slide. This guy's mainly just in there to take hits and sweep and clean up at the end of the game. We got Lemming Jr., the Sand Rush Sandshrew, with Eviolite, Earthquake, Stealth Rock, Rapid Spin, and Toxic. The main reason I carry Lemming Jr. is he puts in a lot of work, and he's actually pretty fast for a setup Pokemon, so he's able to get rid of rocks, set up rocks, and then get out whenever I need him to, which is very nice to have. Flatus, the Ghastly, with Shadow Ball, Sludge Bomb, Dazzling Gleam, and Giga Drain, just for coverage, basically. He dies to everything in one hit, but it doesn't really matter. You Grind My Gears, the Clang. This guy is a monster. Shift Gear, Gear Grind, Wild Charge, and Thunder Wave. With Violite, this guy puts in so much work, it is unbelievable. But I think the star of the show comes in here with Grump, the Perugly, Silk Scarf, Defiant, Fake Out, Knockout, Retaliate, and Taunt. This guy is in here to essentially eat up Intimidate, eat up Defog, Sticky Webs. He's a direct counter to all three of those, especially considering now that Ariados is in the PU tier. He's kind of difficult to deal with his Sticky Webs, but this Perugly puts in a lot of work, especially with a Silk Scarf Retaliate. All of the damage. And then finally, Manny, the incredibly specially defensive Walrein, with Frost Breath for crits, Surf, Signal Beam, and Echoed Voice. Echoed Voice is basically in there in case somebody decides to be stupid, and so I just spam Echoed Voice, and more damage is better. So that's the team. And let's get into these battles. Chances are I won't find anything right away, but we're going to have to see how this turns out. So let's just search for a battle until we get something, and I will be back when we have a battle. Alright, so we got our first battle here against Mad Hatter. I'm just going to type in a good luck, have fun before we get this battle started. And this guy seems to be running... Wow, okay, this guy has good taste. Clearly, he's running a Lemming of his own and a Walrein. Of course, those two are pretty good, but this is a pretty standard PU team from what I can tell. You have the massively dangerous Vileplume, Luxray, who's good with Intimidate, Muck, who I'm surprised is in PU, to be honest, and then you have Fletchender, who is a insane threat, direct counter to my Tender, as you can see. I'm going to be leading off predicting that Fletchender to lead off. Fletchender is one of the best leads. From what I found in PU. So what I'm going to do is lead with the Fletchender counter. Basically being Grump. Grump is the definitive lead in every team, and he doesn't actually lead with that. He leads with Ivy, his Vileplume. Okay, so Vileplume. That's interesting. I think he's trying to set up something here. So he doesn't really get any setup moves, so what he's going to do is I think he's just going to try to set up a powder or whatever. So I'm just going to go for Fake Out. Be safe with it. This guy is, oh, dang, Effect Spore. Not good. He has Effect Spore. Well, that's kind of sucky, but it appears that this guy is in here to basically do a lot. I'm not going to knock off. I'm going to go for a Taunt, predicting a powder of some kind. Well, no, actually, he won't go for a powder because I'm poisoned. He can't really do anything to my Ghastly, but neither can Ghastly do anything to him. And I think I'm safe to go into Tender, because I don't really think he has a good attack that can do a lot of damage to Tender. I mean, Giga Drain, that did a lot for a Giga Drain, but it's still not that much. So I could go for the obvious Flare Blitz. However, it is resisted by Fletchender and Sandshrew, which you could easily go into. But I think it is the safest option to do so. Somebody's spamming in the chat. You're gonna see that coming up in a moment. But anyway, he wants me to battle him in OU, but this is a PU session. He's in my room that I own part of. But anyway, I don't really know what else to do. So yeah, okay. He set up a mod, chat. Let's go for a safe Night Slash. I'm thinking a safe Night Slash is the best option we have, and he does go into his Fletchender, but that is going to do a ton of damage. That being said, he out-prioritizes me and is super effective, so I do not want to stay in. He's definitely going to outspeed with... well, okay, he has priority. I can't outspeed priority. So... predicting the flying type move, I'm going to go into You Grind My Gears. See what I can do with this. He does go for the acrobatics. Now, I can... well, I have the Eviolite, so I'm pretty defensive. So what I can do is I'm going to predict him to go into the Sandshrew, maybe thinking I'm going to go for Wild Charge, and go for a Shift Gear, and he goes into the Vileplume. Okay. Well, that's honestly better than I was expecting. I'm going to go for a Thunder Wave now, just in case of that Effect Spore, and see if I can get any paralysis. And I do get the paralysis first turn. Awesome. That is very nice to have. Now, can I set up again? Is the question. I don't know what he's going to do to me with his Vileplume. I'm not too experienced with Vileplumes. And for that reason, it's like, I don't really know what to do. So, yeah, I'm going to be safe and go for a Gear Grind. And I get paralyzed, of course. So that speed isn't really going to matter too much. He has Hidden Power Fire or Ground, it seems. But I think I'll still outspeed, honestly. Kling Klang is pretty fast compared to Vileplume. I mean, if I type in data Vileplume... yeah, Vileplume is a base 50 speed. And Kling Klang, from what I remember, isn't... well, okay, this is Klang, not Kling Klang. Oh no, it's a speed tie. So I'll definitely outspeed. And he switches into Sandshrew. I get paralyzed, though. Now, is this thing offensive? I know he's apologizing for the parahacks. Okay, I don't know why he's apologizing for parahacks, because I got parahacks earlier. It's no big deal. Let's go out, obviously, predicting the ground move, because that's really obvious right now. I'm gonna go Inflatus. He might outpredict me there. He goes for the Stealth Rocks, so he did outpredict. But I don't know if he thinks I'm gonna have the Giga Drain. Let's go for that Giga Drain. Suck all of that HP, and he annihilates me in one hit, of course. That's the problem with Sandshrew and Knockoff in general. Knockoff is just an utter pain to deal with. Let's go out into Manny? I want to send Manny out, but at the same time I want to send out Lemming Jr. Let's go into Lemming Jr., why not? He can't do much to me, I can't do much to him. I don't really know what he's going to expect me to do, so he might just switch out into that Fletchender. And with that, I'm going to set up my own rocks. So that Fletchender is going to come in, it's going to be screwed. Because that Fletchender only has 49 HP left, and it's going to lose all of its HP. It's going to be great. But let's just finish him off with an Earthquake, so I know he can't Rapid Spin those rocks away. So he's screwed into that Fletchender. It's going to die upon coming in, so I do not have to worry about Tender being screwed over anymore. And I can go for Rapid Spin now to get rid of my own rocks, which is great. So he Giga Drains me. It's a lot of HP back out of that. Not good. Let's go in... no, not Manny. What's the special defense on this thing? 90? Yeah, Manny can't do much. Let's just go into Tender. It's the safest option. And from here, I can go for basically anything I'd like to. I could be safe and go with a Flare Blitz. Yeah, Flare Blitz is the best option now. Now that, oh, well, he sends that out. And I get a free speed boost. Sweet. So I get a free speed boost with my banded Combuskin. This might be GG. He does have Intimidate, so that lowers my attack, but I am banded. Now this is defensive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into You Grind My Gears and probably just sack him off. I don't really see what else he can do in this game, honestly. Yeah, I'll just sack off You Grind My Gears at this point. He's not going to be much of a help. I mean, I'll get off as much damage as I can, but he's going to go for Volt Switch. Okay. And he's going to go back into the Vileplume to take this Gear Grind right to the face. It's going to be a speed tie, but I think... Oh, no, he got paralyzed, so that's going to kill him anyway. You Grind My Gears, putting in the work. He really does put in a lot of work for, you know, a cog. It's pretty fantastic. Yeah, I also have Clear Body on this guy, so he doesn't get intimidated by anything, which is great. This is basically like an anti-Sticky Web team, I guess you could say. It does prevent Sticky Team from having much of an effect, considering Grump and You Grind My Gears. So that's pretty cool, but nope, You Grind My Gears is going to go down. And this thing is definitely physically defensive. I have incredibly specially bulky Wall Rain, considering that Luxray, from what I remember, is a physical attacker and not a special attacker. And confirming, yeah, it's base 95 special attack. That's not too great. So Manny can definitely take a hit. And the chances are Zozo, the Luxray, is defensive because it is Intimidate. Though it is a defensive special attacker, so you know what? Considering it is Thunderbolt and not a physical move, it might not be. Let's go for Knockoff. I don't know what this guy's running. Maybe he's running the Specs. Well, he goes into Wolf, and off goes his leftovers, so that's that's great. That's always great. I don't know what to do here. He's not physically defensive, so let's just go for a Retaliate. I get a crit! Oh, man. Okay, so I get a crit on that. He gets... Oh, bad move. Oh, that was not smart. Oh, man, the Intimidate caused my attack to rise because I have Defiant. Oh. Okay, well, I'm going to go for another knockoff and just wham, knock off that Assault Vest. Really? Wow, okay. And that thing was definitely physically defensive. So, we have an Assault Vest in Luxray. I do not see that on a regular basis. This guy's a nice guy, also. Like, the talk he has in the chat here, he's being very friendly. Always appreciated. But anyway, we have a Muck and a Luxray remaining. Night Slash and Sky Uppercut aren't the best options, so I think I'm just going to risk it all and go for Flare Blitz. Just try to finish him up. Caillou. That was a TV show I watched as a kid, and oh my god, I just one-shot that thing. I just one-shot that thing. I don't know if I'm going to beat him or not. I might kill myself with Recoil. And he gets the Intimidate off. Oh no. I'm just going to go for Flare Blitz. Screw it. Okay, that's the GG. That's the end of the game. That's the end of the first battle. Pretty good first battle, I'll say. He called me a crit master. I guess so. That battle did a lot of hacks. Okay, so that's gonna be all for the first battle, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take it. Well, whoa, what the heck? Okay, I'll see you later. Have a good day.